what Jezebel did to David is, as I mentioned to you before, I was raped by Jezebel physically in my early childhood. And what she did to David was a plot against him, and David is actually a soulmate, or seemed to be a soulmate to Jezebel. Jezebel murdered David, but David resurrected. But before that was a plot to steal from David's kingship. So the way that was done was David was raped. The moment David got back to his house from being homeless and things like that, crucified, things like that, and Jezebel stole David's house while David was kept in a separate room, and she was trying to take his identity for herself. In that process, she agreed to commit sexually immoral acts inside the house of David, and things that David would never have done, because David is pure in heart and David is God in the flesh. So Jezebel defiled the house of God literally, and that is why that's so wicked, and David's blood cried out from the roots. And that is what happened to me. People assumed they could just go into the house of David unwelcomed by David because Jezebel invited them. And David wasn't even able to spend time with Jezebel, while Jezebel claimed to be a husband or a soulmate or a wife of David. So that is so fucking cruel and abusive, and I'm very pissed off that my house and my garden have been stolen by Jezebel. And I haven't even got to spend time with Jezebel, but all these slutty ass people from the subliminal community and all this other bullshit that partook with the prostitute that is also known as my soulmate did the most wicked fucking acts, and that is what Jezebel did wrong. Part of the sexual immoral acts that Jezebel ended up doing against David is astral projection, but she robbed David of sexual intimacy by inviting guests that David would not invite or would not even want over. Demons, devils, and demonic people, things like that. And also some of David's soulmates partook in this wicked, have been partaking in this wicked act. But through astral projection, they would sleep with each other while David was sleeping, but they would have sex and with each other while astral projecting on David sexually. So David would wake up physically and be like, what the fuck is going on in my house? With the sounds of adultery. So all those people partook in adultery against God. And Jezebel was like whoring herself, prostituting herself, just to be popular and to be David, not her true self, not her true identity. And tried to take on the form of David physically throughout David's life. So she would do this kind of thing to David through astral projection, no matter where David was, to rob David physically